Okay, hello. We are ready for section 3.2, chapter 3, section 2, which is titled Solving Inequalities by Adding or Subtracting. It is very similar to solving equations. Let's start with number 1. Number 1, if I read the problem as it appears in the book, 12 is less than p plus 6. In other words, 12 is less than some number plus 6. Well, I want you to get in the habit, when you solve these, of putting the variable over on the left. Now, you don't have to do this every time, but in this one you do. I want to put the p plus 6 over here and the 12 over there. Just flip-flop the equation. But don't forget, when you do that, you must also flip-flop that symbol. It now goes to greater than. You do that with the p over on the left, it just makes it easier to graph. So now let's solve it. And you should know from the previous chapter, you just solve it like an equation, where you can mark out your opposites, and p would be greater than 12 minus 6 is 6. You have it solved. But the directions say solve each inequality and graph the solution. So we have it solved. Now let's graph. Graph it, you just start straight line, 2 arrows, so make a number line. Always show the middle being 0. Then show the number, in this case 6, to go out a little bit and kind of guess where 6 would be. And remember your open circle, closed circle. This would be open circle because the symbol is not underlined. And it's greater than, so it goes to the right. So we have it solved and then graphed. Let's do number 2. Number 2, w plus 3 is greater than or equal to 4. Well, my w is already on the left-hand side, so I don't have to flip-flop. No flip-flopping here. I would just start off by subtracting 3. Mark out your opposites. So w is greater than or equal to 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. Real quick, make the graph. Straight line, 2 arrows, show 0, and 1 would be about right there. And this one, be careful, this one's going to be a closed circle. Greater than goes off to the right. So that's number 2. Let's take a look at number 3. Negative 5 plus x is less than or equal to negative 20. Well, your x is okay where it's at. It's already on the left-hand side of the symbol. So no flip-floppings needed here. Just start off by adding 5. Mark out your opposites. X is less than or equal to negative 20 plus 5 would be a negative 15. So that's solved. We've just solved it. Now we must graph it. So straight line, 2 arrows, show 0, negative 15. Again, just kind of guess where that would be. It's underlined, so it has to be a closed circle. Less than goes out to the left. So solve and graph. Now, let's do a word problem. Go to number 5, please. I'll read it. It'd be helpful if you had your book open here to page 177. It says, a health problem. For adults, the maximum safe water temperature in a spa, which would be like a hot tub, is 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The water temperature in Bill's spa is 102 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature is increased by T. So my variable is T. Write, solve, and graph an inequality to show the values of T for which the water temperature is still safe? Well, we need to do three things. We need to write an inequality, we need to solve that inequality, and we need to graph the inequality. Well, here's what you would do. Bill's temperature is 102. If I increase that by T degrees, so 102 plus 2, I can't go over 104. So his temperature has to be less than or equal to 104. And that's the inequality. So in other words, it looks like I can go up 2 more degrees and still be safe. So that's the writing portion. I just wrote the inequality. To solve it, you would do this. You would subtract 102, mark out your opposite, so you get T is less than or equal to 2. So that's the solve part. T is less than or equal to 2. Then the graph part would be, make a number line, 0, 2, closed circle, to the left. Okay, that's all I have. Thanks for watching.